Hello student, welcome to the last part of the diuretic. Up till now, under loop diuretic, we study two drugs, furosemide and bumetanide. Now last class under loop diuretic is the phenoxyacetic acid derivative. Example is ethacrenic acid. Here the structure of ethacrenic acid, the IUPAC name of ethacrenic acid 2,3 dichloro 4 2-methylene 1-oxobutyl phenoxyacetic acid. So basic moiety selected is the phenoxyacetic acid. So this is the phenoxyacetic acid. Here phenyl ring, oxygen and acetic acid. Phenoxyacetic acid. Numbers start from this carbon 1 2 3 4 5 6 2 3 dichloro. At second and third position there is chlorine group. Then at fourth position here this moiety is attached. This moiety is butyl, chain of 4 carbon 1 2 3 4, chain of 4 carbon, that is butyl. On this butyl chain there are different substitution. The first substitution is 2-methylene. This is carbon number 2 in butyl and the methylene group is attached, the double bonded, so it is ENE, 2-methylene. And first carbon of butyl there is oxygen, oxo group, so here 1 oxo is written. So total is 2-methylene 1 oxo butyl 4 carbon, and butyl group is attached to the fourth position of phenoxyacetic acid. So finally chemical name is 2,3 dichloro 4 2-methylene 1-oxobutyl phenoxyacetic acid. Uses, it is same uses as cited or given for the furosemide and bumetanide, that is in treatment of edema and hypertension. One thing is that ethacrenic acid is prescribed for individual who has known hypersensitivity to sulfamyl containing drug. Means these two drug furosemide bumetanide, it consists the sulfamyl group, SO2 NH2 group. So the patient which having allergy to that sulfamyl group or hypersensitivity to sulfamyl group, in that patient the instead of furosemide the ethacrenic acid is prescribed, because instead of sulfamyl group here the acryloyl group is present. This group is called acryloyl group is present, and because of that the allergic reaction is avoided. Adverse effect, similar adverse effect, hypokalemia and other is noted with this, except the side effect related to the sulfamyl group. Other side effect than hypersensitivity to sulfamyl group, the adverse effect same produced by this ethacrenic acid as we have seen in the furosemide and bumetanide. The ototoxicity means the toxicity to the ear, and the JIT effect is more, JIT adverse effect more produced than the furosemide and bumetanide. Mechanism of action is similar to the as the furosemide. They block, the ethacrenic acid block the sodium chloride potassium channels at the loop of Henle, and by this way they causes the diuretic effect. Next point is the SAR of ethacrenic acid. The optimum maximum diuretic action achieved when, first point, oxyacetic acid moiety is placed in the first position of the benzene ring. So oxyacetic acid group. This group is useful for the diuretic action, so it should be there. The sulfhydryl reactive acryloyl moiety is located at para to the oxyacetic acid group. The the acryloyl group that I have told earlier, instead of sulfamyl group, here the acryloyl group is present, and it should be present at para to the oxyacetic group. Next is activating group like chlorine or methyl group occupy either 3 position or 2 position, means 2 or 3 position. Here the chlorine group is present at second and third position. Alkyl substitutes of 2 to 4 carbon atoms in length occupy the position alpha to the carbonyl on the acryloyl moiety. Here the carbonyl group, the alpha position means the nearer position. So to that carbonyl group, there should be a chain of at least 2 to 4 carbon atoms attached to that carbonyl group. In this ethacrylic acid, there is 1, 2, 3 carbon chain. So at least 2 to 4 carbon chains should be attached to the carbonyl group, or we can say alpha to the carbonyl group. Hydrogen atom occupy the terminal position of the carbon-carbon double bond of the acryloyl moiety. Here the hydrogen, the carbon-carbon double bond is present here, and hydrogen should not be substituted. Hydrogen should be retained, means there is no substitution on this methylene moiety. If we do substitution, then it decreases the diuretic action, so hydrogen should be there at methylene group. So this is the SAR of ethacrylic acid. Now here the elaborated the SAR, you can easily understand by watching this structure and different position. The first point we have discussed is oxyacetic acid moiety is placed in the first position. Here this group oxyacetic acid at first position. Then second point, activating group should be occupy the second and third position. So here the second and third position, chlorine group. A sulfhydryl reactive acryloyl moiety is located at para to the oxyacetic acid group. Here acryloyl moiety, it is para to the oxyacetic acid group. Then the alkyl substitution of 2 to 4 carbon atom length occupy the alpha position to the carbonyl group in the acryloyl moiety. Here carbonyl group, and here the chain of, in this case here the chain of 3 carbons, that chain should be a 2 to 4 carbons. And last point, that is hydrogen atom occupy the terminal position of the carbon-carbon double bond. So here the methylene moiety, carbon-carbon double bond, the hydrogen should be there, it cannot be replaced by any other group. So by watching this with structure and points of SAR, you will get better understanding. Now last class under the diuretic is osmotic diuretic. Osmotic diuretics, the main feature is that they are passively filtered by the glomerular filtration. Along with in the blood, it undergo filtration in the glomerular filtration. They undergo limited reabsorption in the renal tubules. After filtration through the glomerulus, it enters into the nephron, means the tubules of the nephron, and because of their size they cannot be reabsorbed in the blood, again into the blood. They are metabolically and pharmacologically inert, means they does not block any transporter or receptor in any enzymes. They are metabolically and pharmacologically inert. And last is they have a high degree of water solubility. Mostly these are compounds having a high degree of water solubility, and because of that they can be easily get filtered through the glomerulus filtration. Example is mannitol, theophylline, glycerol, sorbitols. These are the example of osmotic diuretic. So the first drug under osmotic diuretic is mannitol. Here the structure, a 6 carbon chain. 6 carbon chain. So it is called along with the hydroxy group. So it is called as hexa hydroxy alcohol. Hexa hydroxy alcohol, 6 carbon with the 6 hydroxy group. So mannitol or D-mannitol, it is osmotic diuretic. D-mannitol is water soluble, lipid insoluble hexahydroxy alcohol. It does not diffuse through GIT or renal tubule epithelium. They cannot be diffused through the GIT or renal tubules. Because of that, they should given by the intravenous route or IV route. Through IV route, they came into the blood, and through the bloods they enter into the glomerular nephron, and through the glomerulus filtration they filter from the blood and comes into the renal tubular fluid, or we can say renal luminal fluid. Mannitol enters in renal luminal fluid or tubular fluid only by glomerular filtration, and by this way they increases the concentration of the renal luminal or tubular fluid, and because of increase in the concentration they increases the osmotic pressure, and it inhibits the reabsorption of water from the renal tubular fluid into the blood. More concentration of this mannitol present at the tubular fluid, it generate the osmotic pressure, and water from the tubular fluid, I will explain here. The tubular epithelial cell, here the renal tubular fluid, the mannitol, the more numbers of the mannitol here comes into the renal tubular fluid, and at this position this is the renal tubular fluid, the concentration get increases, and because of that concentration it create the osmotic pressure, and the water flow from this side to the this side, means from blood the water it flow from this side blood to the renal tubular fluid, and the reabsorption of water from renal tubular fluid is get avoided, and this is the mechanism of action. Mannitol enter renal tubular fluid, and mannitol enter renal luminal fluid only by glomerular filtration. At high luminal fluid concentration create a osmotic effect that may prevent the reabsorption of up to 28% of filtered water. Mannitol is employed prophylactically to avoid the acute renal failure or the reduction of cerebrospinal fluid volume and the pressure. Prophylactically means to prevent the edema or renal failure, to reduction the volume of CSF it is employed. Because solution of mannitol may expand the extracellular fluid volume, they should not be used in the patient with the severe renal disease or cardiac decompensation. Means they are given through the IV route, and because of that there may be chances of expansion of extracellular fluid volume. So they should not be given in the patient with severe renal disease or cardiac decompensation. Okay. This is about the diuretic. Here I declare that the diuretic topic is over. Next we'll start with remaining antihypertensive drug in the next video. Thank you very much.